Welcome to Emotional Labor. This is the show where we do the discourse so you don't have to. I'm joined today by Backlight Noah, my brother from another mother, my American counterpart. If we ever meet in person, we're just gonna have to fight to the death. Isn't that right?
I don't think we can. Yeah, I don't think we're allowed to be in the same room.
You once wrote, half my job as an interviewer is to be a hype man for the guest. I have a very different approach. What minority group deserves fewer rights?
Wow. Okay, Jesus. This is like the game all my friends play with me, and they're just like, Noah, say word I can't say, and they just yell at me constantly. I can't
Say slurs, white boy. Come on. Chop chop.
Italians. I'm Italian, I can say that.
At least stick it to someone who isn't you.
Do they count as a minority?
Not because of their ethnicity, because they are white, but because they're Catholic. That's why they're
Gotcha.
Catholic.
Okay. Insane question to start off with.
POC stands for person of Catholicism. Why is hyperpop so transgender, and how do you feel about it?
How do you feel about it?
Yeah,
I
any
think I think probably okay. I'm gonna flip this on you. My goal with this interview, I feel like you're gonna ask me many jokey questions, and my goal is to answer them as earnestly and as honestly and sweet and wholesomely as wholesome chungus sort of thing. One of the things that drew me to the scene, like back in like late 2020, was just how open it was, and like as like a space for like creative expression and whatnot. Coming from like high school in Southern California, anybody that wasn't expressing themselves in like what was in vogue at the time, if you weren't like a fashion designer or if you like were a musician but weren't making indie music, I don't know, it just felt like very stifling. So to actually find some place that like was genuinely accepting and like accepting in the way that like you could be fucking weird and people like, you know, if they didn't rock with it, they didn't rock with it, but at least they wouldn't shit on you for it. Things have changed over the years, but I do still think that like core approach of that core like expression, like, yeah, you can be gay, you can be weird, you can do whatever the fuck you want, honestly, for the most part. And for the most part, it's like one of the most accepting scenes. Like, yeah, like any community, it's got some things wrong with it, but for the most part, it's remained mostly the same in that way.
I hear you. What you're saying is that being trans and gay is weird.
Oh God. Okay, Jesus. Oh man. Okay. We're what, 4 minutes into this and you're already like throwing these fucking curveballs at me.
So there's a lot of talk about rappers living their lyrics. Why did you write so many bars about bell peppers?
Yeah, oh my God, Jesus. We're coming up on like the 2-year anniversary of that, I think, sometime soon. That was a hell of a night. All of hyperpop Twitter had like enraptured themselves in this like ridiculous beef over bell peppers. I thought it was the stupidest shit ever, which I'm sure everybody did. Everybody recognized it was fucking stupid, but it was just something fun to like joke around with. I'm not a musician at all. I've tried it. It doesn't work. Bell pepper puns. I'm not going to be able to outcompete with like Sebi. Hit him like a bell because I'm hot like a pepper. Like that, I can't beat that. And then like Voda Fuji said some shit like, put holes in the whip, turned it into a bell pepper. Red dot on his head looked like a bell pepper. Like he's crazy. Yeah, like I'm not gonna be able to compete with that. They're all going with like bell pepper puns this entire time. I might as well insult everybody. All dorks. They're all shitting on bell peppers. They just don't like vegetables because they're all sit at their computers all day.
You're right.
What people don't understand is that in the fog of war, not understanding what was going on, not understanding who was on each side, I ended up insulting like 6 different people that didn't have anything to do with it. Kind of miss days like that where just everybody agreed to collectively contribute to a really stupid bit. Since then, we've had like the Cool Math stream with Niz. We haven't had many like big community-wide everybody participating in them things since, honestly, and I miss that. I feel like we need more of those.
Things have got a little bit less silly because Twitter's got no moderation. There is space for silliness to return. Maybe 2024 is the year.
So you're saying Twitter's better under Elon Musk?
Yeah, because you could just post slurs and shit. It's great.
Okay. It's really funny seeing Elon Musk just perpetually stumbling the entire time he's run the platform. Like I remember like the other day he was like, oh, let's get Mr. Beast to post a video to the platform as like a test of its monetary value. And then it made like $40. It made like a pitiful amount of ad revenue money.
Something really bad that he would do was just like give Mr. Beast like a lump of money and bankrupt Twitter even further just to save face. I can see him doing that. And then the site really will go down. But it's been a good run. Noah, you were recently cancelled. Well, not really you.
Oh God damn it. I was wondering if you're gonna ask about this.
Not really you.
Okay.
Really it was like at Dragon Nexus.
Right.
Buying a McDonald's burger as the underscores meal. McDonald's is a BDS boycott target in some countries, not necessarily the US. But I just wanted to ask you, like, as an American, right? Like, what other ways do you destabilize the Middle East?
Well, oh my God, Jesus. I thought this was gonna be like a genuine question. I don't know, man. There's this place down at my school that has like really, really, really good Pakistani food. It's like one of my favorite places in like all of Chicago. It's called Garib Nawaz. If you're ever in Chicago, the people that run it are like super duper sweet. It's like -7 degrees in Chicago right now, and I went in and it was like 75 in there. Great atmosphere.
Why are you talking about Pakistani?
Oh, man, you're not giving me a lot to work with here. Oh my God.
Pakistan and Palestine are like miles apart.
Okay, yes, I know. Oh my God. Okay. You're not giving me a lot to work with here.
So you got frostbite from going to a break-in show.
True.
Was it worth it?
Fuck that venue. I don't know what venue it was, but security was giving everybody a hard time. It wasn't just that they were taking a long time, they were being dicks while they were at it. I don't know if I could say it was worth it because I got there for the last 15 minutes of break-ins. As said, I showed up 45 minutes before doors opened and took security that fucking long. I expected to be in line for like 20 minutes, so I dressed for 20 minutes. It was like 20 degrees outside, I think, 20 degrees Fahrenheit. So I was like, okay, cool. I'll dress for 20 degrees Fahrenheit and I'll be there for like 20 minutes. I'll be fine. I was outside for an hour and a half. I like went into the bathroom.
God, that's so bad. How did they fuck it up that bad? That is insane.
I don't know, but like there were people outside in line being like, hey guys, let's huddle up and like conserve, like let's hug to conserve our body warmth because it was that fucking bad.
Penguin logic, yeah. You gotta do it.
Yeah, literally, no, yeah. It was funny at first, but then it became like a genuine like, yo, like people like left because they were like, I'm going to get injured if I stay in line for any longer.
And you did.
So then, and I did, yeah, no, I ended up, what I ended up doing is I ended up going to the ER afterward. They said like, if you had stuck around like any longer, it would have been a problem. It was just I couldn't feel my feet for like 2 hours. I've told Breakins that since, and he like apologized profusely. I was like, it's not
oh, that's so sweet.
I think it was Aries that remembered. He's like, yeah, I remember security was being like super slow that show.
No, that's very sweet. It's nice to hear they apologize. However, none of that can make up for the emotional and physical hurt you've suffered, so I assume you're going to be suing them both.
Yeah, no, I'll see you in court, Randy.
Fuck, marry, kill with interviewers Sean Evans, Zway, Ellen.
First off, kill Ellen, but I think Sean Evans has stability to him. My 15th birthday was Hot Ones themed. I made 100 wings and then bought 10 of the sauces and then like sauced them all up, invited a bunch of my friends. I didn't ask them any questions or anything. I thought we'd like skip that. It's not easy. It's a uniquely weird show concept. One of the hardest things with like doing an interview is like getting people to feel comfortable breaking down that sort of like awkwardness of like being on camera. Yeah, I guess I'm fucking Zway, yeah. And then I'm killing Ellen with like a piano, like in a comical way, rolling over her with like a steam roll. Am I like valid in saying like we should like stone Ellen? Isn't she like a Zionist or something? I forget.
Oh, 100%. She's mates with George.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so we're stoning Ellen in like the town square.
Real biblical with it. Not because she's gay.
Not because, no, yeah, because she's a Zionist piece of shit.
Do we have any interviewees in common other than Maya?
Jed Will, Saoirse Dream.
Yeah, Tracy breaks them.
Yes, I have one question for you. What was the incident at your high school?
I mean, there was a lot of them. There was one which I was involved in, and then there was one which I wasn't involved in. So I'll tell you one of each. I was like investigated by the police for terrorism because I
Wait, what? Oh my god. Okay, I thought it was like somebody shooting the urinal or something. I thought it was like, Jesus Christ, what happened?
The funny thing is, this was the second time. I was like 14. I grew up in a very white area and the police have nothing to do. Basically, I bought compost from a garden center for my mum, and you can technically make a bomb with that basically because of the compost fertilizer compound. And the police were like, "Are you making bombs with it?" And I was like, "No." So there was that incident, and then there was another incident where some kid brought loads of weed in his like backpack, and then like one of the other kids in the class was like, "What's that smell?" really loud and made it stay. And then the teacher came over and then he like got like expelled. That was
the kid sucks. Oh my god.
Yeah, right.
Okay, honestly, kind of brought it on himself bringing a bunch of weed in a bag. If it was smelled that bad, that reminds me. Here, I'll show you what the incident at my high school was. This is dated 31st of January 2020. Jeez, wow, like final month before the pandemic hit. Blueface performed at my school.
Yo, that's crazy. What the fuck?
Let me see if I can.
Blueface baby.
And then did like 3 songs off of a Bluetooth speaker.
I think like an IRA bomber went to our school because I went to a Catholic school. So
okay. The only famous hey, and you know what? That means it's up for you.
What's your deepest fear?
Generic shit like dying alone, but I feel like that's boring.
It's not boring if it's true.
Honestly, I love the cold, but I find being like really, really fucking cold, -14 outside, that sucked. But like that, or actually, you know what? Oh no, dementia. Fucking cold, put a sweatshirt on. Dementia is like
a brisk day outside or losing every memory of what it means to be yourself. To be fair, sometimes I'd be feeling so sorry for myself in the cold. I'm just like, need pattern up. Emotional labor forever.